Hey day, hello everyone, here we are for the episode number 124 of Honkai Star Rail. So yeah, I'm recording this one in the morning. Just farm what I had to farm for now. Let's go to the Healer's Market. And come here for some time though. Is there? Yeah, always the sound of water. Well, just in case.
Feeling lucky.
Make a wish.
It's right there. Might as well. This place feels relaxing. Let me just check about you. Not sure if I did anything. It's probably annoying as fuck, that's why I didn't do it. One of those. Can use it. Oh, Bilo actually. When the wearer heeds it, or others be consumed by an ally or themselves. It doesn't make sense that Bilo is there though. Anyways. Let's keep going.
All these years, the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
Did you came here? Oh.
The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Ah, she's a
You're a
Vidyadhara.
Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
That's why.
I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Makes sense.
Once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Hung and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission.
Jesus.
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission
That's why
is
they...
riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see.
Okay,
Thank you
so
for your
resuming,
valuable insights.
they didn't give any good info.
While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence.
By the way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have breakfast.
Just like
It's
how
just
the Cloud
early.
Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Lafu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Yes, but there are two things that are coming to my mind. Did she... I'm not sure about this one, but did she say about the Golden Master 30 years ago? Yang Xing, in the beginning, say that the war started 3 decades ago. So at the same time, is it related or the same thing? And now, we kinda knew that people would blame General for things. Just Dan Hang actually told that to the player by the same occasion. So, no need to actually be scared of that. He knows about it, he knows what he did, and he probably has an answer for it.
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you. Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword. Give it back.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something? Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon, yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
back myself.
Hmm.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
That's a good idea.
Out some abominations? Sounds boring. It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them. Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
I want to say, it was funny in the beginning, but if the whole fucking 2.4 version is gonna be a kids fight, no thank you, really. It's funny in the beginning, but right now it's just redundant, it's just the same. It's just, give me back my sword, no, because random reason. I just get over this one, okay? Please. There's so much more you can do, and you're on the fucking lawful. I have so many openings for everything.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Ah, god damn it. Okay, I need to stop eating.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abomin. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha? Time for swordplay.
What?
The sword is like water.
Okay.
It cannot remain still. Blade and flight!
I would have charged my ultimate. I forgot.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Stand still. Memories are ever changed. Beneath
Should be
the
good enough.
waters lies an endless abyss.
A one-time end.
Oh, come on.
Strike with heart.
Fuck me.
You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
May as well kill them all.
Need to be faster on the killing. So the big one counts as 1. Should I take care of the wolves? So I get 3, she gets 1. Would have been smarter, I believe.
Time to say bye. Boom.
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
Sure, I'll play along.
Relax.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Ill tidings manifest.
Oh man. Okay.
Time for swordplay!
Say bye to breathing.
Hedge your bets.
Stand still.
No dirty tricks, alright.
I think I messed up on the first one. Shouldn't be all at 1 HP.
Swords descend!
Should have restarted this one. I'm gonna let her attack. So I'm just gonna do this.
Relax. Destiny isn't chosen.
And now I go all out.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom. Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Normally they are all dead.
How many can
The
you block?
dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Need to kill both.
Blade and flight!
Cutting the net. Stand still. What do you want to know? Ill fate descends.
A one-time enemy! Strike with heart!
Nice. There you go. Okay.
I win, Miss Yun Li!
He's not even sure.
You got lucky. Why
That's
don't
the
you give me back my sword,
pitiful
sincerely
character.
apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
I usually was like, okay, Yangxing is a cool character, but now with this part, they almost make you dislike him. And a quick reminder, I got fucking 3 of him. Yes, that's how unlucky I got.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Feixiou? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Feixiou? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Feixiou for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now,
Always wants
finally got
more.
my sword back.
What a
I should
character.
report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiou. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiou. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Even more. Look where you are. Oh my god.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But your butt.
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
Is it the hand
Before getting in touch with General
symbol?
Jin Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
It's probably Vilo.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Zhou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
Yeah, but still.
You asked if I view General Jin Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Oh, don't tell me they just like
You think
rushed
so
all
too,
this.
right?
I agree. General Feixiou is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
For
Thanks
what?
the kind words, Miss March. The
You
war dance
fight
is coming
Yun
up,
Li
and I've
just
been chosen
because.
to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Feixiou's skills today is has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most
Yeah,
challenges.
let's say that he won. Let's say that.
Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight.
Yeah, but
He has
please let me
something
finish the
important to
episode.
discuss.
Come on.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Ju Ming.
She's
Really don't
completely
wanna be
fucking
caught up
dumb.
in grown-up games so soon. I
It's
just
not gonna be a
hope
fight, it's gonna
Generals
be a
Feixiou
political
and Huaiyan can see the
problem.
truth. We don't need any more chaos
At
on
max.
the Luofu before the war dance.
Crossing of a blade and hearts. Okay. I wonder if there can be another outcome. Anyway, guys, with that said, let's finish the episode. We see each other for the next one tomorrow, same hour. Yeah, so, thank you guys for being there with me for another one. I completely forgot what I had to say. I'm just so focused on the schedule, but I think I should be fine. I'm fine. Anyways, consider leaving a comment, a like on the video if you like it, or a dislike it if you didn't, but never forget about it, stay the way you are, you're amazing, and see you guys